Right, this time I'm recording. Hi, this is Mono Drew, and this guy is...
The dreaded Cambrian.
Okay. And usually I would say this, welcome to Monochrome 2, but I'm actually thinking of toying with the idea as I was saying literally a minute ago before I realized this wasn't recording. Basically, I remember our original idea was to talk specifically about B movies and sci-fi and stuff. We kind of have an issue keeping on topic anyway, but also it's just we're kind of generally just moving away. I mean, we'll still mention sci-fi and B movies, but it's not really that specific. And I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe getting a slightly easier to swallow name.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I was thinking of maybe calling it like the Johnny Come Lately cast.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, actually.
Basically, because you're probably the same. You know, I discover stuff fairly regular, which is new to me, but apparently it's been going on for fucking years. You know, like Chris Chan and
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that. So, whatever.
Yeah.
It seemed appropriate, and I did a quick search on YouTube. It looks like no one else has really claimed that name, so I might take that.
It's a good brand. Yeah, no, that's pretty sweet. It's original, so
Yeah. So,
I
how are
like that.
you?
I'm alright. Sorry if I ask you to repeat anything. I have got one ear out. The reason being, and I don't want to, lower the tone or anything. A little bit earlier, our neighbour's dog was whimpering quite badly.
Oh,
And there was a lot of shouting and whatnot. And when I went out to look in the garden just to see what was going on, I got kind of a dirty look off them. And it's like, well, if you're abusing your dog, of course I'm going to check. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the person who's sticking his nose into other people's business.
oh no,
Um,
no, definitely.
but if you hurt an animal, then I'm going to do something about it. I'm afraid. If you hurt a person, I'll do the same. But
Sorry,
but that.
I'm just going to adjust this microphone because you seem to be coming in a bit quiet.
Oh, sorry.
That's better. That's fine.
Excellent. But yeah, no, that may be why I asked to repeat a few things. I've turned you up though, so it should be all right.
No, no, that's very very nice of you.
Yeah, I don't want to be that nebby git though, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't want, well, the worst to happen, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In an effort to improve sound quality as well, I hope you appreciate that I've actually switched off my fan
All right.
because it's quite loud and it's fucking ungodly hot, especially today.
Oh yeah, it's very warm today. Apparently, it's going to reach about 27 degrees
What, today or this coming week?
today. It's going to rain tomorrow. This is in England, of
Oh, I
course.
can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I like the rain anyway, but that would just be beautiful.
Threatening it for a while now. We just haven't been having it.
You know, there's the typical thing said about English people is they constantly complain that it's raining and the sun's never out, and then when the sun comes out, they complain that it's too hot.
We do though.
I'm pretty much always complaining that it's too hot because I really do not like the heat.
Yeah, yeah.
I was actually I saw some family yesterday. I met my mother and sister for a while. My mother is like the complete opposite. She's someone who has fucking the heating on constantly.
What is it like the Bill Hicks thing with it's like Los Angeles always hot and dry, hot and sunny, hot and sunny.
Yes.
Weather's great, isn't it? Hot and sunny all the time. Yeah, if you're a lizard.
Actually, I said that yesterday when I was in the car. I was like, I got reptiles. I have things which like heat, but I don't like it. So I'm actually shocked I managed to jog 5 miles yesterday
Yeah, no, you've been doing quite well on that front, to be honest.
without dying of heat exhaustion. I tell you what, though, I feel like I need to do more because after doing that, I was just completely wiped out.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm wondering if maybe doing more of that might sort of help with the fitness and the stamina a bit. So,
Oh, definitely, yeah. I hope you don't mind me taking this opportunity where you're on about rebranding and whatnot. I might myself do a show soon
ah, yes.
on the Unused Cambrian channel. With yourself, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll just be very horror movie specific. Now, I know we wanted, like you said before, this was going to be all about, like, B movies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Horror movie. I think we can pretty much stick on topic with that one. Because I think one of our best shows was the horror one we did, wasn't it?
I know this is a bit behind the scenes and you're sort of telling the story, but when you said you kind of wanted to focus on a particular movie specifically, the background
Yeah.
and everything, that will keep like a focused show.
Yeah, and, you know, if you guys like it, then we'll keep doing it. I'll be honest, we'll probably just keep doing it anyway, because we like it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think I've currently got like 21 subscribers on this channel anyway. I'm not.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice when people you don't know subscribe, like, instead of just friends doing it for a favor.
Yeah, that's the best feeling. Like,
I had a comment on one of my videos today. If you don't know, probably my most popular video is me getting bitten by one of my snakes. Yeah, I had a comment about that today, which I replied to. He was just asking what kind of vivarium I was using because they were thinking of getting one. And weirdly,
no,
that's my most popular video. Like, it's had thousands of views.
yeah.
My second most popular one, really strangely, is just a sped up film roll of me setting up a tent.
That's pretty cool because there'll be people who have bought the tent, presumably.
Well, yeah, someone actually commented on it, like talking about their experience with it. So I kind of rolled with that idea, and when I got my hands on another tent, I thought, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do the same thing, but I might just do some commentary and just give my thoughts on it. So who knows?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you know the podcast stuff and the commentary and the little gameplay things. I just enjoy doing them. I'm not holding any like deep burning dreams of becoming internet famous, and you know,
Yeah.
when it doesn't happen, I'm going to go murder my co-workers and attempt to become a ghost girl or anything like that.
Oh God, yeah. No, I was telling my dad about that even. Like,
Oh, Randy Stair.
yeah,
No, that sounds good. Do a new cast specifically on horror.
yeah. But like you say, movie specific episode per episode, where you might cite other examples. But
I still kind of want to maybe focus on a bit of media stuff on here, but to be honest, it's more or less just a free balling session.
yeah, because I mean that's usually what happens anyway, and it's almost certainly what's going to happen on the horror one.
Yeah, plus, I also agreed for this podcast, we're going to keep it down to about 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think the horror one, if I was to do that, it would be about 40 minutes to 30 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be like massively long. It's going to be difficult. You might as well watch the movie if it's going to be an hour and a half long, you know what I mean?
Yeah, which I fucking once did a movie review, which was about the length of the film.
Was that Game of Death?
No, it was Green Hornet, because it was fucking awful.
Oh, yeah. No, I see that, actually. Yeah, the reasons for why it's bad outweigh the length of the movie, I think.
Yeah, now, that's not on this channel, that's on my old channel, which is still around, but I never use anymore, because quite frankly, I'm kind of embarrassed about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's just I mean, there's lame shit on this channel as well, but there's really lame shit on the old one.
Oh,
So
you
I'm...
can just take them off.
Oh, I don't know, like, in the off chance someone watches one, which does weirdly occasionally happen. Like, I'll get a comment about a martial arts movie I was talking about, and someone really liked it. Thanks, I don't think it's that good. And, you know, I made it 10 years ago, but thanks.
I liked some of your reviews, that were great.
I mean, I was thinking of watching a bit more martial arts movies, maybe, because I'm not an expert, but I know a little bit about the genre, because it used to be like a job. Kind of like I used to write for an online magazine, and I used to actually get like preview copies of films sometimes, which I still have, even the ones I didn't review.
Oh, right, nice. God, I remember you getting them. That was some time back now, though. God.
Oh no, that was fucking years ago. I'm trying to remember if I'd probably remember if I actually checked that old YouTube channel, because that'll be when I was posting those videos. But it was a long time ago.
Is there music playing in the background?
Oh shit! I was while I was waiting for you to come on, I was playing Tenchu, and I've still got it on.
I thought I recognised it from somewhere.
Yeah, I'll switch it off.
No, God, keep playing if you like.
I'm actually one of those sad people. I actually have this soundtrack on CD.
It's quite a good soundtrack, though. Like,
it is. I don't know. I forgot how I came across the game, but it's like an ongoing series. There's quite a few of them. I'd never heard of them until I just randomly picked this one up, and I love it. I just don't know how I hadn't heard of it before.
This is a nice segue, actually. Yesterday I went to Nerg, for those of you who don't know what it is. It's like a retro game thing, with loads of stalls and all that sort of stuff. But one of my friends, when we went there yesterday, bought Tenchu, the first one.
Oh, I've got that.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Is it any good?
Yes, it's hard.
Is it? Oh.
Like,
is it just because of the time, though?
This sounds like me, you know, just blaming other things for being a shitty gamer, but I find the controls are quite difficult because it's PlayStation 1, but it's before the analog.
I see.
So you're using the D-pad, and I'm kind of used to playing the later Tenchus where you do have analog sticks, and the motion's just so much smoother. It's a lot harder doing it on the D-pad.
Yeah, Wrath of Heaven's really, really smooth, to be honest with you, for a PlayStation 2 game. It's actually impressive.
Yeah, like the sequel as well, Fatal Shadows. It's very similar.
Yeah, is that the one you've mentioned? One of the last levels is in present day.
No, that's actually in Wrath of Heaven. I think if you play the game completely, you get like there's a hidden bonus level where you get to play in present day.
That's meant.
It's really good.
I've not done the game, sadly. I'm not good enough to have done the game yet, to be honest with you.
Oh, I mean, I have, but that's because I've played this game loads.
Hmm.
But I kind of really dig stealth games, and one of the things I really like about like modern Tomb Raider and the later Uncharted is the use of stealth in them as well.
Yeah.
But sorry,
Oh.
you were talking about the games, Con.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I picked up another console because I do. My goal is to get one of everything if I possibly can, and I've already got a NES. I am starting out, I mean, I've got PlayStation 1, 2, 3. We've got a GameCube and an Xbox 360.
Oh, didn't know you had one of those.
Oh, well, it's not mine. It's ours, I suppose. I picked up an N64 yesterday it was like, I think it was £45, but it come with GoldenEye, which is a great game.
That's pretty decent. I think I picked up mine for about 30.
Yeah.
But I don't think I came with anything, so I ended up buying the game separate.
Well, yeah, GoldenEye by itself, at the con even, was about £15, so I thought that's a decent enough price, might as well.
I mean, this is just my opinion, and just sort of riffing on popular culture. For N64, if you were to say like the three iconic games for that, I would say it was Mario 64, GoldenEye, and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll be honest, I've played Ocarina on GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it. I've played it. I got to Adult Link, and I had to delete my file because I was playing something else as well.
Oh, I've got it for the N64, and I've not done it completely.
Hmm.
But I was a good way through it last time I was on. One thing I wasn't expecting, because I didn't really play it as a kid, and I don't know what it's like on the GameCube, but like dialogue is unskippable.
Oh, really? Oh, no, I think it is in that as well.
And some of the fucking conversations, especially when you run into that fucking owl, last forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it really slows the game down. It's so irritating.
I find that that little pixie thing really irritating, to be honest.
Oh, Navi.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Oh. No, I picked up a couple of games. So I got Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire.
That's a
Which?
yeah.
Go on, sorry.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I was just
I
gonna say
remember that one.
that's a very good game. That's one of the ones I had as a kid as well, and I really enjoyed it. Plus, I was like obsessed with Star Wars when I was younger.
Yeah. No, I remember only ever playing it at a friend's house, and we did do it. But I've just beaten Boba Fett.
Oh wow!
Like,
So
I've got
is that like level
quite
4 or
far.
5?
Yeah, it's quite far in, like, but I was playing quite a lot yesterday. Like, I'm nearly through Shadows, I think. There's only like 7 levels, I think. So
Yeah.
it's kind of good when you get the jetpack.
Yeah, there's another thing about that game, the cheats on it. There's like a special cheat you can put in which you have to mess around with, like the save file. And it literally kind of unlocks everything in the game to the point where you can like affect the lighting and the gravity.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I think it's the Wampa Stomper cheat.
I didn't even know there was cheats for like N64 games.
Oh
I
yeah,
got-
yeah. There's one where you can bloody possess like enemy characters
What in?
in
Shadows?
in Shadows, yeah.
Oh, that's mint.
Like you can just suddenly take control of a stormtrooper and use him to kill his buddies.
They don't fire at you.
No, it's
No,
mental.
that's really cool. No, I picked up a couple though. I got that. I got a Pokemon Stadium, though it didn't come with the thing where you can put in your Game Boy game or something and transfer your Pokemon into it.
All right, yeah.
I didn't mind. It was about 20 quid though, because it's quite a rare game now. Well, it's only rare because nobody wants to sell it.
Mhm.
And the last one I got was Pokemon Snap.
I never played any of the Pokemon games for N64.
It's so wholesome.
Well, the kind of thing you could just give a child and not worry.
Oh yeah. I mean, you throw apples at things to kind of knock them into lava pits and they evolve and all sorts of stuff, but man, it's got a lot of replayability, like, surprisingly, for, like, because there must only be about 5 or 6 levels. I've done the game. I've actually already done it.
Mhm.
but you kind of want to go back to it a lot.
Yeah. Is
I think it's because there's
Pokemon
no
Snap?
collection.
Is that the one where you're like in a safari and you're just taking pictures?
Yeah, you're pretty much in a safari. You're doing like photographic chores for Professor Oak instead of catching everything for him.
Okay.
The end boss in it, as it were, is Mew, who's a bit of a knob to try and catch, to be honest.
Well, Mew is a knob. Well, Mewtwo.
It would have just been nice if like all of the Pokemon were in it, like because it's the original 150, obviously, and pre all the shiny bull crap and that as well.
Yeah. How many Pokemon are there now? Few
I
hundred.
honestly couldn't tell you. Yeah, I know the last count when I seen it, and this is probably showing my age if y'all are into Pokemon, was like 500 and something.
Jesus Christ.
It'll,
Do they not run like out of ideas?
Oh, they are. You can actually see it though, because I bought one of the more up to date Pokemon games. I got Sun,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear to God, one of them is an ice cream. Like it's an ice cream cone. One of them's a pair of keys. Sorry, a set of keys. Like that's what the Pokemon are. It's just like they're looking at household objects and being like,
Like the Family Guy Stephen King sketch. It's like, for my 307th book, a couple gets attacked by a lamp monster.
have it to me by Monday.
Maybe I'm surprised I haven't done one of Chris Chan's creations when he was making Pokemon when he was younger, like Plotistic, the plant that is autistic.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
I hate that kid. I really do.
Kid, he's fucking older than us.
Yeah, what is he, 36 or something?
Yeah, and do you know what? Don't go off. People just don't go at me about being transphobic and shit, because I think what he says about being a woman, in his own case, is complete horseshit. My good friend, who is like a trans person, also says they think he's just being bullshit because he's just a fucking gullible retard who goes along with things.
Yeah.
And you know,
Well,
he still hates gays apparently. So
you can see with him, it's different.
group
Just
of
the way he acts at cons and in general, I suppose.
Oh, speaking of cons, for those of you who don't know, I follow him on Twitter. Well, Christine Western Chandler, as they are now called. I follow them on Twitter just in case anything interesting happens, and probably are aware, recently there was an incident where he was kicked out of a con, and there's video footage of him basically throwing a tantrum because of it. Because he was selling merchandise without having a license for it, for one, and allegedly was touching people.
It's because he's a man-child, though, isn't he? Like,
I say allegedly, it may be true, it may not, but he was definitely selling stuff without, like, having a license for it because he didn't pay for that privilege.
yeah.
So he's going to BronyCon, which I think's on the 17th or the 18th of this month.
Yeah.
Just to prove that he fucking learns nothing ever, he's basically posting on Twitter that he's bringing stuff to sell again.
Oh my God. He just doesn't learn at all.
Nope, not.
Some people are beyond hope, though. Like,
I think he said he's going to be taking some signed pictures with him to sell them at the con. But I was showing you. I mean, if you don't want to travel all the way to BronyCon just for his autograph, he's got plenty of shit on eBay.
oh, yeah.
In fact, you know what? Let's open up the wonderful pristine Christine 1982 eBay seller. eBay, whatever.
eBay.
Bail. What was it I said when we were playing Resident Evil?
I can't remember now.
Oh, whatever. I always say absolute crap because I'm crappy with words. So yeah, I'm on. I've just pristine Christine 1982. Here's the description. It is I, Miss Christine Weston Chandler, creator and chronicler of Sonichu, Rosichu, and the nation of Quickville, which is a whole other fucking topic. Selling what random things I may find that are cool to bring money in for my family and I. Thank you. So let's see what's on the He's only got 6 items for sale at the moment.
Mm.
I'm gutted I did not take a screen cap of this when I had the chance, but some of the pornography he drew of his friend Megan from years ago and some of his crappy characters, he was actually fucking listing them on eBay for like $300.
Jeez.
Of course, I would never put a bid on it, and he did remove it very soon after. I wish I would have gotten a screen cap, though, just as evidence, because it seems to have been erased now.
Mm.
But, dude, if you've got a spare $50, you can get a signed Chris Chan autograph photo.
Nah, you good.
Are you sure? He's wearing the medallion and everything.
Oh, God. Have people bought them? Like, is there like a sold list anywhere?
I know some people do pay for things. We're shipping it.
That's what's wrong with the internet, though, mind you, is that they actually encourage them, though, sometimes, and it's not in an ironic, you're an
No,
idiot sort of way.
that's one of the horrible things about his Twitter is, I'd say the majority of comments on whatever he posts is negative, as it should be, but there are a few people being very supportive. Now, I don't know if they're just trolling him so they do more outrageous shit, or they generally are just fucking, just really dense people supporting this
Or
madness.
just slavery do-gooders, like,
White knights, that's it.
yeah.
That's the phrase me and my friend Emily were using when we were talking about them. Like, he's just got enablers like white knights who are, whether or not they're trolling or being genuine, they're a problem because they're enforcing really shitty behavior.
Yeah.
You've got $199.99 free, dude. You can buy a Sonichu cardboard standee.
Hand-drawn by...
Yes, and it's I don't know if it's a replica or if it's the original one, which was in that recent con video where he was throwing a tantrum on the floor, curled up in a ball. For another $200, you can buy an extra large throw blanket. I don't even want to imagine what might be stained on that.
Why would he just be selling it? Like, it seemed to be merchandise of his, and then all of a sudden a throw blanket.
Yes.
His love blanket.
Because he, as he says, he needs money for his sick mother and to help with the payments in the house, which is why he constantly seems to be going to cons and buying shitty merchandise. But it's just keep donating. I'm sure some of that might go to his sick mother.
Oh, she's sick now as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just that she's old or she's also just very ill. I mean, I'm not surprised because you would have seen like some of their horrible hoarding living conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's hand stitched and homemade, but he doesn't know who made it. Okay, but hey, it's
So he
only
bought it.
it's only $200. I'm not gonna look through all of this. There's a Too Many Games con poster, which he's autographed, which, if you don't know, is the con he was recently kicked out of. Signing a framed Johnny Cash photo. I don't know if we came across that. And a variant on the Chris Chan signed photo for $100 rather than $50.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what's special about the variant. I'm going to have a look into the... Enjoy it for yourself. One will ever be signed. Oh, he's quoted "one girlfriend, please." That's what makes it special.
No, nothing makes him special.
I don't... Oh, no, he's very special. Clearly, he's very special.
Oh, jeez.
I don't get it, because I don't know what their awareness level is.
No, I know what you mean. Like, what does he not see that we all do?
Yeah.
He's just... I don't even know.
And, you can buy the attraction sign replica posters.
Oh, good.
Which, again, what sort of kind of awareness does he have? Because he knows that shit was... that shit caused him so much trouble when he was younger.
Hmm.
Now, it's still causing him... Stuff like that's still causing him trouble, but he's sort of aware that it's part of the culture surrounding him. Like, it's known he was that cringy, and he's trying to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind if he was selling it because he'd turned a corner or something, and, like, I want rid of this because it's embarrassing and I don't want to throw it
That
out because I
was
think y'all might want it.
that actually was the description when he was selling his pornography, his drawn pornography.
Mm-hmm.
It was this is part of my shameful past, which I'm trying to get rid of. $300.
Oh, well.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get off Christian. I'm just having a look through the Twitter. As I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on this, especially during BronyCon, just to see what absolute batshittery is gonna happen then.
Oh, God, yeah, I know.
Because some people have actually messaged BronyCon like warning that he's gonna be there and he's likely going to either harass guests or sell merchandise.
Oh, really?
And they've apparently replied back saying they will keep an eye on the situation. So I don't even know if he's gonna get in or not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I mean, far be it from me to wish ill will on people, but you know, if maybe he was told no a bit more in his life, he wouldn't be quite like this now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, that's my main criticism with his parents.
Yeah, especially Bob.
Yeah, whenever I've ever seen his dad, he doesn't look best pleased with anything, to be honest with you.
He's not. There was a recent series on Chris Chan, which is a super in-depth documentary. It's unfortunately been stopped now and removed from the original YouTube channel, though it is still available on like some other streaming channels. It's very interesting, but there's a lot in that, like showing his family interactions, and it's clearly his father's just not at all impressed. And he seemed to want to try to a degree.
Yeah.
Where unfortunately his mother's also fucking crazy. So
No, she is.
you know,
Well, she's that sort of mentality where it's like you can't tell a child off because you're stifling their creativity. I've actually heard that as a thing.
oh what, like the Indigo children?
Yeah.
Don't discipline your child. Just let them do whatever they want because it's part of their spiritual development. Or I don't
Except
know.
it just makes them all assholes.
Yeah, or just no.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's okay to tell your child no.
It
really is.
I mean, might dip my toe in controversy a little bit, but it's the same with like just punishing children in general, even if you're giving them a light smack. I remember being occasionally hit, but it was just like a smack, on the bum or the hand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, I do have memories of that happening on an occasion. But when those occasions happened, I knew it's because I fucking deserved it and was doing something very shitty.
Yeah, so basically you'd done something wrong.
And you need to be told no.
Yeah, which is okay to do.
Because I'm sorry, like, society shouldn't have to just accept you running around being a prick.
Oh, I know.
But,
But no, that's why you get, like, rampant assholes running around, though.
Speaking of rampant assholes running around, we're pretty much now on the tail end of the whole World Cup thing.
Oh, yeah. That ended today, actually, I think.
Yes, and if I haven't made it clear before, if you haven't really listened to one of these before, I fucking hate football. It's not because my team doesn't win. It's not because I think FIFA's corrupt or anything. I just fucking hate the sport. I have never liked the sport. I hate the game, mostly. I especially hate the fans.
Yeah.
And the conduct of people. I mean, obviously, I don't personally hate everyone into it, because most people I know are into it. But I hate the culture of football. I fucking despise it.
No, I agree. I don't even like the sport. I get bored watching it unless, like, England is specifically playing a match in the World Cup. That's the only time I might watch it. And even then, I could just watch the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because then you know who's won. It's the fans. I really don't like the fans that much. It's because, just like those undisciplined children, they're allowed to get away with acting like assholes.
Remember, it was like a year or two ago when there was that massive riot in Newcastle and there was footage of the guy punching the police horse.
Yeah.
Fucking Canada. People in fucking Canada heard about that. Like, my friend Emily was asking me about it.
Nice.
It's like, oh yes, that's my backyard. I'm so fucking proud.
Yeah.
That absolute batshittery.
Oh, yeah, it was because he had a toothache, that's right. So he punched a fucking horse.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just kill yourself.
Fucking football. Like whenever there's like a big game, especially if there's actually a home game in Newcastle, and I happen to be visiting Newcastle that day,
Mm.
I do not want to be around like during the beginning and especially after,
Yeah, I
because
know.
the
Like,
it's like a fucking post-apocalyptic. It's kind of a bit like The Purge but dumber.
yeah, it doesn't matter if we win or lose. It's not a good place to be around.
Yet things are going to get vandalized and there's going to be a fucking riot.
That's the worst thing about it. And again, it's because that's allowed to happen with football, but it's not allowed to happen with anything else. It should never happen. I'll be honest.
No, it should never happen. Full stop.
Yeah.
And this is related to something you brought up with me, and I have brought it up myself right here. I'm looking at an article from The Independent from a few days ago.
Mm.
Now, this is a little outdated because it's talking about what will happen if England wins the tournament. Of course,
Yeah.
England didn't win, which just made, which just gave me such a raging case of Schadenfreude, or however you say it, like spiteful joy. It's just like, you fucking twat. I hope you're crying right now.
Most
But
of which will actually be crying, to be honest with you.
oh yes, because as you were saying,
Oh yeah.
what is
Well,
it? What is it that you heard?
Oh, I've heard it a few times off, especially Geordie men. It was this, there's only two times a man should ever cry: the birth of his firstborn, and if England loses the World Cup.
Yeah.
I rest.
Oh my god. I love it as well because it, especially coming from like really, I mean, Geordies kind of have a reputation of being sort of people you don't mess with, like
Yeah,
friendly, but when they've got a drink in them, they don't take shit, sort of thing.
just assholes.
Yeah, I love it how they're supposed to be tough guys, but they will fucking cry over
When their
like
team loses a game.
losing a fucking game. Not that it doesn't happen all the fucking time.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be used to it by now,
Yeah,
especially Newcastle. Mind you, I think we came fourth. We couldn't even get third place.
but yeah, this article, this is something you mentioned me, and obviously this was before the lost, so it's a little outdated. But looking at this on the Independent website, World Cup, Parliament set the debate bank holiday if England wins tournament after over 200,000 fans sign petition. I'll just very briefly read over this. Parliament will consider making the day after England potentially wins the World Cup a bank holiday. Petition has passed to the threshold to be debated in the House of Commons, meaning the government is forced to consider it. We need this for all those supporting England as the next day will not be pleasant for all fans, wrote petition organiser Liam Betson.
I see.
Fuck you.
Still would have taken it.
Oh no, if I was at work and I got back on the holiday, I would be off, but I would still complain about it because who else gets to pull a shit
Yeah.
like that?
Except football fans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really. I mean, I'm not like into Doctor Who or anything right now. But if it was like the season finale of Doctor Who, I wouldn't like think, oh, sorry, I can't come into work today because it's the finale. I kind of want to see the Doctor regenerate. Okay, bye.
Oh, that's fine, because that's what you're into, and that's apparently what we do now.
Yeah,
Mind
like
you, apparently with enough signed petitioners, that might be a thing. Jesus.
that's Jeremy Corbyn also fucking brought this up. Like he was sort of all on board with this. But yeah, it's I'll read a bit more of the article. It comes as supermarkets predict more than 50 million beers will be sold this weekend as the football final coincides with a sustained period of warm weather.
50 million beers.
Yeah, because people get fucking drunk. I mean, that's part of the reason. Part of the reason the city centre does become the fucking purge after a game is because people are pissed out their minds and they can't comprehend these conflicting emotions.
Mind you, we have so many bars in Newcastle as well, though.
Yeah, but Newcastle has this like nightlife reputation for a reason. There's fucking bars in every corner.
Oh, literally, I think you can't go on a street in Newcastle without finding at least two bars.
Which is amusing because I don't really drink, so it's
Well, I think we've mentioned a couple of times, I don't think to you guys listening, but we don't drink much, but when we do, we're kind of binge drinkers.
I think you're talking about yourself there, dude.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely. If I drink, it's to win.
I'm boring as shit, but I virtually always sensibly drink. There's like 3 occasions in my life where I've drunken to the point where I've like blacked out or had a hangover.
Oh no, I rarely get to that point. It's probably because I drink more whiskey though. Tend to get a hangover with whiskey. I don't know why.
Well, no, you can do, but not if you like sort of do it right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Marks and Spencer's encouraging the nation to support the team by wearing waistcoats in a nod to Gareth Southgate's pitch-side attire.
That's annoying, because I used to wear waistcoats anyway.
That actually fucking reminds me, I was at the Metro Centre a few days ago, just seeing what was around, and it was actually posted on like a Marks and Spencer ad about that, saying, thank you for a great team or something like that, and it was mentioning the waistcoat thing. I mean, they're encouraging people to donate to like charity, which is good, but still, it's a fucking football thing. But that pisses me off. It's like it's kind of an entitlement. If you're a football fan, for some reason, it's more socially acceptable to get fucking smashed and not come into work like that day or the next day or the calling sick. Like,
again, I still would have taken it.
Like, I mean, but like even when it's not like a permitted thing, like a bank holiday, like,
oh yeah,
it's okay to do that if you're a football fan and your team's playing.
But in no other circumstances is that fine.
No. Argue with me all you want, and we'll probably argue about this at another time as well, but I see no difference between being a fan of a sport and being a fan of anything.
No, well, there is no difference.
Like, you're not directly involved with how the game's going or anything like that. It's a largely passive experience. It's like watching television.
That's exactly that, really, isn't it? It's like watching boxing, which I do.
That's actually something I would watch, though.
Yeah, because it's an actual sport. I don't honestly think team sports are that entertaining, to be honest with you.
Not really, and I watched a YouTube video the other day which was like just some of the most ridiculous taking a dives in like football, like on court and camera.
God, yeah. Again, in no other sport could you do that as well.
No, I
saw one during the World Cup actually this time round where people have turned it into a meme where this guy just walks next to somebody and ends up rolling for ages. It's just like, get the fuck over yourself, you ridiculous millionaire.
I saw a great one where it was like in slow motion, a guy walks by and sort of flicks his ear. And there's about like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden he's cradling his head and going on the floor.
It's any sort of chance they can make, like to try and get like a goal or something, because you can actually, in 90% of the time you watch football, nobody scores. That's why team sports aren't that good, because you can actually have ties, you can have shit like that. Like, again, I'm not shitting on the sport or anything, I just think it's kind of a crappy sport. It breeds racism, for a start, and it does, I don't care what y'all say, it really does, by its very nature. It breeds hate because you're encouraged to dislike the other team.
To the point where it's fucking like, you should never get violent over something so trivial.
In fact, there's no sportsmanship anymore. In fact, I heard one story about it was the Japanese team on the World Cup. They lost to Russia or something, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But they cleaned up the locker room they were in. Mm-hmm. They cleaned it up and left a thank you note.
Oh.
That's great. You know what? Sportsmanship, good team, well done.
Fantastic.
Nobody else would do that, ever. In fact, I bet they were ridiculed for it.
So yeah, I'm not going to read any more of that article, but it disturbs me a little bit that over 200,000 people signed for a bank holiday if England wins the World Cup, when another petition to guarantee the freedom of speech for the British people only gathered 34,000. 34,972.
That's sad. I would have signed that.
So that
freedom of speech is severely lacking in this country at this point.
It is. I kind of wanted to go into it, but sort of under my new imposed limits, kind of running out of time. So I wouldn't mind making it a much bigger topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, a freedom of speech, like 35,000 at the most. For football, over 200,000.
Do you know why, though? because more people would have actually signed that petition had they known it existed. Almost certainly.
That's also very... And
the football thing gets advertised. It's all over the place. Everyone's heard about it. It's in the newspapers. Your freedom of speech, that's not advertised.
There's also sort of a cultural thing, which we will go into another time.
Yeah.
Let me see, what we on now? Well, we're on about 44 minutes. This is actually flew fucking past.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else I want to... I mean, there are things I want to mention, but it's going to take a while, and as I said, I thought I'd try maybe doing some shorter shows for a change.
Yeah.
We'll mention it very briefly. I mean, you've said you've started playing Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. Really good. Literally just started before playing, going on here, actually. It's really good. I can't get over Claudia Black's voice. I think she's one of the best voice actors of all time.
She has a damn sexy voice.
She's a great actress as well, though. Like, as I was playing it, I was with my lady friend, who has also seen some of Farscape. Like, I was just breaking people's neck and keep saying that's what you get for messing with Aaron's son.
With Aaron's son, which is something Aaron's son would do.
She's kind of badass, yeah. I remember when we first watched, I won't go into it too much, but when we first watched Farscape, I was saying, oh, you like Aaron's son because she's kind of a badass female, and there's not many of them. There really isn't. Mm-hmm. And I won't get into the whole political side of things for that, but...
Not this episode, at least.
No. And we were watching it, and it looked like Aaron's son was always, and she was, the damsel in distress for quite a bit of time in the series, where John had to save her. She was angry and aggressive, but never delivered on it. And then about Series 2 onwards, she's kind of an action hero. It's great. Series 4, she's better than John in everything. He's just the main character, that's all.
Well, John wasn't necessarily supposed to be the best. Well, John's the fish out of the water. Like, all the other characters live in that universe. He doesn't.
I like in one of the few... We could actually do a whole episode on Farscape. That's amazing. But like one of the first few episodes, he complains about how he doesn't even know how to open the doors. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine in that scenario? That would be really frustrating. But in our society, because he is a scientist, he's Dr. John Crichton. He's a genius, but he goes to their world, he's just nothing. He's an amoeba for a murderer and then for having wormhole technology.
Cannot even communicate without them using their technology to make that happen.
Yeah, that's why I like Sokozu, who's like a real genius.
Yes.
She asks him to say his alphabet and then learns the language.
Within about 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. It's a way sci-fi should have been made, always. It's my favourite sci-fi.
We will bring that up because that's a really special show. But yeah, you've been enjoying Lost Legacy?
Oh, I love it. It's I love the Uncharted series. Actually, that's one thing at the con. I bought a Nathan Drake medallion. I say medallion, the ring that he wears around his neck.
The Francis Drake ring.
Yeah. I really like props.
We quite often do this thing. I know other people do it as well, but whenever we're like watching a show or playing a game series or something, we always kind of work out, all right, which character's us.
No, yeah.
I'd say you were probably Nathan Drake.
No, I'd say you're Nathan's brother.
Sam, I can deal with that.
No, you're either Nathan's brother, but you're not an asshole who would backstab anyone. You're either that or Sully.
I think I've said this before. If I ever grew up to be a really old man, I want to be like Sully, but with maybe Pat Troughton's face.
Yeah.
Because he has an awesome, craggy face.
Yeah. You're a cross between them two. The reason being is you're not an old man, and you're not an asshole who does backstab people. He does do the right thing in the end, though. But
he's still kind of charismatic, though, and
Sully is. He's great.
so Sam actually. He has some charisma to him.
Yeah.
But the Lost Legacy it plays pretty much exactly the same as Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Which I like, because for me that's the pinnacle of the series.
It is. It's the pinnacle of a really great series, though.
Oh yes, in fact that was probably the best game that was released that year when it came out.
It was only like 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think it might have been 2014 or 20. I'm not 100% sure. The boxes. Screw it.
Man, I've just noticed. Has it been raining for you?
Not yet. It's still definitely hot.
I think we've had rain. I'm not sure. I don't. This is great for y'all who can't. We have no visuals to show you. But we've got a candle in the window, it's completely like melted. Like, I was talking to my lady friend. She was saying, "Should we just throw it out?" I was like, "Let it melt over it because it's a skull candle holder."
Yeah.
Just let it melt.
I do not know where I've put that.
Oh.
I thought my Uncharted 4 was with my other games. I might put it aside because it was I bought a special edition version, so.
Mind you, there's a guy selling like records, the soundtracks of games, and he had all of the Uncharted ones in like one.
Mm-hmm.
They come with really nice covers. Like vinyls have really nice like boxes and covers and that. CDs are a little bit shitty to be honest.
That is cool. I don't have a vinyl player though anymore, and quite frankly, I think people who buy vinyl, especially these days, are hipster pricks. To be honest.
I know a couple of people who buy them, but they have a vinyl player. So
Yeah, I mean,
my dad buys them because he's got a vinyl player, and he used to have them when he was younger. I kind of dig that.
I mean, well, if you've got a player and you have like old vinyl records anyway,
oh yeah,
that's fine. But if you're just purposely spending money to buy modern vinyls and just 2016, that's when Uncharted 4 came.
Oh wow. No, yeah. I know a couple of people who do buy them to then just mount them on the wall. You never will use that ever.
No, I used to have a vinyl player when I was younger.
Yeah, I really don't understand why they're producing new ones. It's literally for that hipster crowd.
No, it literally is. Like, the only people who fucking use vinyl is like that, or some MCs.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So then just unmark them and give them to those, because that's their profession. Like, with my dad and that, he buys the old ones, because those were the ones he had, so that was the only way to get them sometimes.
Well, when I was a kid, I had tons of records because I used to get loads of them second hand. So I actually,
God, yeah.
I used to just listen to records, like from the 70s and 80s.
If I should admit that you've got this one, but remember the minstrel one you bought?
Do you know what? I think I might still have that somewhere. The vinyl record of the black and white minstrel show.
Oh.
I love the fact it actually says from the award-winning black and white.
No,
that was like men pulling white men with blackface pulling goofy faces and making music. That was the height of fucking entertainment in the 60s. Jesus. Oh, yeah. I think I do have that record somewhere, but it was just for the horrible culture laughs.
the horrible history behind it, really.
It's arguable how bad that is. I'm pretty sure I have a Nazi coin somewhere.
Yeah, well, that is historical as well, though.
Oh, I like history.
People, that's the thing. Again, we can go into this a lot, but we won't. But people want to forget the dirty side of history. Now, the most memorable things in history were war, murder, or, the bad things. But people will try their hardest to ignore that now. Where at one time it was exactly that. It was history. It's important to remember that. Just because you own like a Nazi coin or something doesn't mean in any shape or form that you sympathise with them or anything.
When I got it perfectly legally, there's certain things you can't buy, especially to do with the Third Reich, but there's a few things you can legally own, and that's one of them, and I bought it because I do have like a small historical artifact collection. I mean, none of it's stuff I've found myself, unfortunately, but it's little bits of history. I got coins from the Second World War. I've got a medallion from the First World War.
That's cool.
I've got that coal fragment from the Titanic.
Yeah.
And my absolute favourite thing of all is the postcard from the Everest Base Camp in 1924.
Oh, that's really cool.
Signed by, like, expedition photographer Captain Noel.
That shows a lot of growth as well, though, because even just a couple of years ago, I think your favourite thing probably would have been the Titanic thing.
That was probably my most infamous thing, because I've felt kind of weird doing it, because, it's... You kind of got it from a shipwreck site where, like 1,500 people died.
Yeah. Again, though, that's like a massive piece of history, though. It's impressive. Like,
and again, that's actually the only thing you can sort of legally buy, like a member of the public, is just the coal, because it kind of skirts the line between being an artifact or just being a mineral.
Yeah, because you can reuse coal.
if you like found something like a coin or a pocket watch, you can't just sell that in like an open market.
That's sad, really.
You couldn't at the time. I think you actually can now, or if there is like, there does have to be a provision where it like goes for historical preservation or something.
Yeah. I mean, never sell anything that was like personal, like a photograph of somebody. That's kind of.
Oh no,
I don't know that. That's in poor taste.
no. And in fact, the original profits when they sold the coal fragments went to preservation of artifacts, so
Oh, that's cool.
kind of acceptable in that case.
Yeah, I dig that.
How the hell did we get into this conversation? I don't know.
Gloria Black, probably. Oh, Uncharted.
Uncharted, great series. We should talk about that in depth. I was in a right Uncharted mood yesterday. I might actually put one of them on.
Yeah, I might play more Lost Legacy at some point.
It's quite a short game, honestly. You'd probably get through it relatively quick.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm disappointed about Lost Legacy is it was quite short, especially compared to 4, because 4's a massive game.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just do that as like a DLC.
Part of me wonders if some of the idea might have been as a DLC.
Yeah, but it was too long for that.
You know, I mean, I was very pleased with the game, and I do want them to make more.
Oh yeah.
Just bigger.
I really want them to do more Uncharted, but I think it would kind of go against the end of 4.
Well, I've got no problem like this having other games led by like Chloe and Nadine.
I really like Nate. I want Nate.
I do, but his story is kind of done, and
It is.
it's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And one of the neat things about the Uncharted series is it has like introduced a load of characters, like different interesting characters who you could follow on the side.
You could even do his brother.
Could do.
I wouldn't mind doing like a Con as Nathan.
That would be cool.
They have to come as Nadine. I might get in trouble.
No, well, my current physique, I'll probably be Donut Drake.
No, that would be me. Like.
I'm worse than you.
Oh no.
I've ate an awful lot of crap today, but it's because I'm a bit low on money at the moment. Some of my family like spared us, like sent us sort of a little hamper which I've got today.
Oh, bless them. That's lovely.
Most of it's good, but some of it is junk, and I generally try to eat well. I know I can't really afford to be picky. So what I've done is I've kind of left the good stuff aside. I've basically just been eating the junk today. I've had like I've had Cheetos and biscuits.
Oh, that's cool though. I mean, you need those sort of things as well, though.
It's nice, but I'm gonna probably finish those biscuits today instead of having an actual meal, and then eat right again tomorrow and go to the gym. I really needed to rest the day though, because I like went for a fucking 5-mile jog, so my feet were just hurting.
You're probably gonna need it at this point, like a bit of energy. No, that's cool.
But yeah, we've actually went way longer than thought.
Oh, have we? Oh.
Well, I originally thought like 40 minutes would be a good length to be sort of concise, but honestly, it felt a bit too short. We're now actually on 59.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of minutes shorter if I edit this down, but okay, this is gonna be 59 minutes. Yeah, and honestly, I don't think an hour is too bad. It's when it goes over an hour, I think that's getting a bit much.
Yeah, when we just start trailing off, and I mean we trailed off a little bit, but not in a random sort of way. There was a train of thought.
Okay, well, part of the reason I was bringing stuff up towards the end was just I did sort of feel like 40 minutes is a bit too short, and I feel like we should probably just at least mention one other thing.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, again, I don't know if you want to cut it there or cut it sooner.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll cut it now, but folks are listening. If tell us what you think. If you enjoyed this, if you do think it needs to be longer or shorter, or if you want us to expand on some topics or suggest absolutely anything else.
Yeah, no, we're always happy to hear from you. Really, that's the best thing.
Including the name. By all means, comment or message. It'd be best to comment actually, because I do. I'm not in any way a big or even moderate YouTuber, so as soon as I get a comment, I will read it. So might get some nice trolly things now, but
hopefully that'll be great.
But yes, well, thank you very much for listening, and hopefully get this thing a bit sorted out a bit more. And I suppose we're also waiting in anticipation for Cambrian's new production.
But we hopefully do that soon. I was hoping to do it today, but I had nothing prepared. I was so busy today.
Oh, it's too fucking warm to do anything.
I know. I know. I've got to do another workout today, and my God, I'm not looking forward to it.
I wasn't going to because I was sort of eating junk today and taking a bit of a rest day. But I kind of feel like I need to do something. I'll just sort of go easy on my legs.
I'll go easy on your legs. Anyway.
But yes, thanks for listening. Before we trail off again, I have been Monodrew.
And I have been Cambrian.
And yeah, check us next time on this podcast, whatever it's going to be called.
Suggestions, please.
I vote for Johnny Come Latelys.
I like that one. I think we'll go with that unless somebody else comes up with a better one.
Fair enough. Thank you for listening to the Johnny Come Lately cast.
Until next time.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.